Good morning, class. Today we're going to be learning about Pokemon that's near and dear to my heart, Alolan Ninetales for the Great and Ultra Leagues. So please grab a seat and get ready for notes because it's time for a lesson. Just a quick reminder, if you want a better grade in class, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to see how I battle live and inside GBL, check me out on twitch.tv/Super Saiyan Sensei. I battle every day from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. PST. I hope to see you guys there. With that said, let's get to our video talking about one of my MVPs this season on getting me to Legend, and just one of the funnest mons to use around, Alolan Ninetales. Now, Alolan Ninetales is unique in the fact that it was one of the multiple mons that got affected by the Season 6 changes. And as such, Alolan Ninetales has actually got quite the significant buff. So much so that I believe Alolan Ninetales is now currently the strongest charmer in both Great, Ultra, and Ultra Premier throughout every. So basically, for every format it can be used in, it is amazing in. The archetype for Alolan Ninetales is going to be Charmer. You can also use it as Weather Ball. You can also use it as a spammer as well. Overall, though, it can be both a charmer and a spammer. If you want a spammer, just pure spamming Weather Ball Ice and just abusing Powder Snow Weather Ball and the new Weather Ball Ice, I still think a better candidate for that is Obama Snow. Even though it has different typing, Obama Snow hits really hard, Obama Snow has really good coverage, and Obama Snow just excels overall when it comes to spamming. I feel that if you're going to use Alolan Ninetales, you guys do use Alolan Ninetales as a charmer. And though Powder Snow does work, I would highly suggest Charm, right? Now, if you guys want Powder Snow is okay. And obviously, for fast moves, the only really important fast move is going to be Weather Ball Ice, also abbreviated as WBI. The second move really doesn't matter. Sometimes you go Dazzling Gleam if you want the nuke, if you're using Powder Snow. If you're using Charm, most of the time you won't get to the Dazzling Gleam, so you're probably going to be using a Psyshock. So let's look at what PvPoke says about Alolan Ninetales. Notice, if I type in Fairy, though it suggested Powder Snow here, I'm still going to suggest Charm, but the because of the addition of Weather Ball, it even ranks higher than the former best charmer, Wigglytuff, inside Great League. Inside Ultra League, you guys can see right there, it ranks higher than Cafabile inside the XL position inside Ultra League, and even inside Ultra Premier, it ranks the highest. Now, granted, inside all these scenarios, they are putting Powder Snow there. I personally still like Charm over Powder Snow, but it's a matter of preference. The reason why I think Alolan Ninetales does so well is because it is just like when we went to the Togekiss video. We know that Charm is all about fast move pressure, but because of the addition of Weather Ball Ice, Alolan Ninetales is now the fastest Charmer to get to a charge move. So not only does Alolan Ninetales have the pressure that all Charmers have, like Cafable, Togekiss, Wigglytuff, Gramble, but due to the fact that it has Weather Ball Ice, it is now the fastest Charmer. Right now, if you guys look at Alolan Ninetales, if you look at the Alolan Ninetales and how it works out, so let's put Ninetales in here. You put Charm, do multi-battle, right? Yes, Powder Snow has play. You see with only 197 losses. We like Charm because Charm, as we talked before, has a very unique style of play. Charm is very, very heavy, high pressure damage. I even have a friend that made it to Legend inside Season 6 just using uh, double Charmer teams for every single league, inside every single cup, Holiday Cup, and also Great League, and also Ultra. Used double Charmers the entire season and got to Legend with that. So Charm is a very, very strong move in the game. Very, very high damage, low energy gain, but because of how high the damage is, a lot of times you don't need the energy gain. The uniqueness inside Alolan Ninetales is that it only takes 6 charms for it to get a Weather Ball Ice off, which allows it to heavily pressure because Weather Ball Ice is one of the more energy efficient moves. Now, as far as substitutions for Alolan Ninetales, uh, the best substitution for Alolan Ninetales, if you are looking for a Charmer, any Charmer will work. And if you're looking for a Spammer, anything, Obama Snow is probably the best one. Though Weather Ball users that can gain energy fast, like Politoed, might work out as well. Obama Snow works a little bit better because it's the Weather Ball Ice Spam. All Charmers can do good charm damage. They just don't get to moves as quick as Alolan Ninetales does. Okay. Now, the main thing about Alolan Ninetales is that it hurts all the time, right? Even on the things that walls it, it can still kind of do a bit of damage just because of how strong Charm is. Now, if you look at the matchups here, right? Overall, there are some wins that can surprisingly pull off. Obviously, it has a very hard win against Altaria inside a single shield scenario. Wait, oh, this is Power Snow. Whoopsie. We gotta change up the matchups for. Uh, Let me go back. Right, they have a lot of different matchups here. Right, the thing is that Azumarill, even though it's a loss, it's a very close loss. Against some of the grass types that normally like absolutely devastate you, you can force them to use a shield due to Weather Ball Ice being able to threaten the grass hole players. And later, against a lot of different things, you actually have closer matchups than a lot of other previous Charmers. You actually not can win against certain Charmers, and you even have the chance to win against a lot of different mons because of the ability to throw a move faster, especially if you know how to quick move, fast move deny. Okay, matchups that Alola Ninetales is obviously looking for inside every scenario is going to be things that are weak to Charm, like dragons, fighters, but even neutral matchups aren't too bad, right? While things that actually beat Alola Ninetales is going to be, steel, which is very uncommon, right? You don't see too many bullet punches inside Great League or Ultra League unless there's a scissor running around, which is really uncommon nowadays. Um, there's also fire that can hurt, like Alolan Marowak, right? And Polion hurts as well because of the steel typing. But and obviously, poison damage can do work. But the thing about Alolan Ninetales is due to how fast it can get moves off and due to the high pressure charms, Alolan Ninetales is very unique in the fact that it has high fast move pressure and it has quick charge move pressure. When I say quick, it's still slower than the average mon, but it's still much faster than other charmers. And Weather Ball is a very strong move. Lola Ninetales was on the team I used to hit Legend this season. Was on the team I suggested to a few of my friends that also hit Legend with this season, and also worked very well inside Ultra League as well. I feel that Alolan Ninetales is a mon that you want to invest in because with the Weather Ball nerf and addition, because you now have the ability to burn things down, that there are things that you can beat. And also, uniquely, even though it doesn't have a great matchup against Galarian Stunfisk, Depending on the IVs, sometimes you can hit an attack breakpoint, which allows you to do 1 extra damage on Charm, allowing you to have a much closer matchup against Galarian Stunfisk. Now, against really key mons that you can fight against, right? Altaria has a rough time with this right here. Depending on the variant of Tropius, you can win as well due to the weather balls and also the heavy charm damage. Obviously, there were dark lines, like double dark lines that are going out with like Umbreon and Sableye. Umbreon gets destroyed. Sableye, you need a shield, but you can also destroy it as well. There are a lot of things that can hurt you, but you also hurt a lot of things. And a lot of times using Alolan Ninetales either as a safe swap or as a closer and being willing to use shields for Alolan Ninetales, it will allow you to push ahead. I feel Alolan Ninetales is probably the most significantly buffed mon from all the mons that got buffs with the Season 6 changes. And I think it's a very strong mon pushing forward due to the low energy of Weather Ball, the high damage of Charm, the good overall stats and typing. And even though Ice is a horrible defensive typing, having Weather Ball Ice allows you to destroy a lot of flyers while charming down a lot of fighters. So you have a dual position of killing things that normally would hurt. Like usually most ice types, like a bomb slow, gets destroyed by fighters, but Alolan Ninetales can crush them with charm. And then later, a lot of flyers still lose to ice, which Alolan Ninetales still gets with the Weather Ball Ice. Alolan Ninetales, really nice Pokemon, looks beautiful, plays great, and can clean up a lot of different teams. With enough shields, Alolan Ninetales can kill most things. And the more impressive thing is that though there are mons that can wallet, it is a very strong safe swap in the current meta. Obviously, as more steals, if more steals go into play, you might not want to use it. But, fires, steals, they're not the most common of typings, while dragons and fighters are very, very common inside both the Ultra and Great League. When I say steal's not common, steal defensively is common, but steal offensively is very uncommon, right? Overall, I would say due to how strong Alolan Ninetales is and how much of a buff Weather Ball has given it, it's now definitely the top tier charmer inside Great League. It's the top tier charmer in Ultra League. I feel that it has a lot of presence, and due to the fact that it has Weather Ball, it actually has the ability to use moves unlike other charmers. That's pretty much it with Alolan Ninetales. I know you guys have some other classes to study, so with that, I hope to see you guys next time. Probably gonna pump out a video soon about who the mon I consider to be the MVP for my Legend Run this season and one of my favorite mons. But I'll leave that to next time. I hope to you guys to see you next time. Class is dismissed.